All right. Pretty good Wednesday. Now we roll it over to Thursday, supposedly, and see if we can find some other random players who you're going to complain about. Like I saw yesterday, this guy's going to go on for 4 minutes about somebody on the New Jersey Devils. Like, what are we doing here? Well, maybe if you actually played that guy and you paid attention, you would have saw, oh my God, Andy gave us that guy at plus 150, and then by game time, he's plus 105. Oh, it's like maybe he was on to something there. Oh my God, that guy ended up with 2 points that you could have taken for like plus 600. Oh my God, maybe he was on to something there. Maybe I am on to something. Maybe I'm on to absolutely nothing. But one thing that last night taught us is as you go now toward the end of the season, you're going to have random bad teams have random outbursts. And I know I mentioned that yesterday. The title of the video is, oh my God, we're taking that guy? And I really think you should ask yourself that really straight through the end of the season. Nobody felt great about taking any Vancouver Canucks before the game started yesterday. Every single Canuck, the worst price that we took was Brock Besser. He had the worst price, and it was at plus 115. So whether you took Pettersson or you took Rossi or you took Roenick, whoever you took, they came through for you, because there are going to be spots like that. When you're playing a bad team, they never get, like, you think they got Carolina's best shot? Absolutely not. So there is some hidden ruckus potential. So just keep that in the back of your mind. You know, you saw the Ottawa Senators. They played Edmonton pretty tight. Are they going to play Calgary with the same level of zest? Are they going to cross the T's and dot the lowercase J's as they're playing this game? Probably not. So I might be looking at Calgary the same way I was looking at the Vancouver Canucks. In fact, every single video, I might start looking at bums. But the way things work, let's leave the bums for last like we did yesterday. Let's start in a place with a lot of miserable bums, Philadelphia. Sorry, Dave. But you have Philadelphia taking on the Utah, Phoenix, Arizona, Coyote, Mammoth Hockey Club. And the reason I want to talk about the Utah, Phoenix, Arizona, Coyote, Mammoth Hockey Club, I'll do that as many times as I want, is because they concocted that top line that Frankie Slices told you about a couple of days ago. When I saw Gunther get moved up to that top line, it was very exciting. We got Gunther minus 120. He snagged 2 points. What do you know? Now he's at minus 140. But I still want to be involved with that line. That's a line who looked very good. Now they're going to roll that confidence into this next game against the Philadelphia Flyers, a team who doesn't really scare you all that much, a team that you can score against, a team that all season has been getting subpar goaltending. So I want to find a way to get involved with that line. So the first thing I'm going to do is just like this is a legacy combo. You've heard me use that term before. The Suzuki Caulfield, the Larkin Raymond, and the Keller Schmaltz. This one is a legacy combo. Anytime they're pulling plus 110, plus 115, plus 120, you're taking it. And I'm taking it. I took it last game before I even knew Gunther was on the line. And I'll be taking it again. Plus 115, Keller Schmaltz in this game against the Philadelphia Flyers. But I don't have the ability to take combos. What do I do? Clearly, what you can do is not figure out how to work around that. So if I like the top line and I like Gunther, how can you then take a straight play? All right? You don't go to the pizzeria, but you're on Caesars. They don't allow parlays because they're rats and they took them away. Hey, Caesars, you don't want me to call you a rat? Then just reintroduce those features. I ripped on BetMGM. They added the features. I praised them. They took them away. I ripped on them again, and then they put them back, albeit with more neutered odds. But I won't rip on them anymore. So you know what, Caesars? You're screwing all these people, but these people I'm going to have to guide to what they should be taking instead. So you can't take Keller and Schmaltz. Gunther's at minus 140, so you can't take that. So if I like that top line, what kind of player is Dylan Gunther? He's got a nasty shot, as you saw in the last game. And when you have a nasty shot, what do your two line mates look to do? Yes, Regis, set you up to score, whether it's on the power play or with one-timers. So between Keller and Schmaltz, Give me the guy whose assist is the best price if we have to go straight shooting, and that's going to be Nicky Schmaltz. Nick Schmaltz plus 140 for an assist in this game against the Philadelphia Flyers. You can do that, or I'm looking at the D-man Mikhail Sergachev. You can always get that power play point in there. His points minus 110. His assist is like plus 115 or something like that. What I'm going to do is go 2 points for Dylan Guenther and an assist for Mikhail Sergachev. That's a plus 700 right there. So wait, let me recap all that. My bet, the Andy bet, is Keller and Schmaltz, both for a point, plus 115. The guy who's not allowed to put anything together, he is going to take Nick Schmaltz for an assist between plus 130, plus 140. Then, if you want to take Guenther because you weren't able to get him and he's got that hot stick, we're going to take him for 2 points and Mikhail Sergachev for an assist. That's a little deli slice. Remember, my play, 1 unit, parlays north of plus 400, half a unit. But then again, I don't really care what units you do because I just don't care. I don't care about your, when people go, my bankroll is, you know what I think about your bankroll? I don't. Then let's go to Florida, where the Panthers aren't playing. So then let's get on a plane and then go back to Columbus, where Florida will be playing the Columbus Blue Jackets. Florida's got themselves in a world of hurt, but regardless of the level of hurt that they're in, I'm seeing an opportunity that hasn't been adjusted. A couple games ago, we saw Uvis Balinskis replaced on the top power play by A.Ekblad. A.Ekblad came through with a couple power play points in his first 2 games. Last game, nothing. This game, I'm like, all right, what's he going to be? Plus 120. Now, they still got him in the plus 160 range. Now, I don't know if this is because Seth Jones has been practicing and maybe he's going to play, but no Seth Jones means that A.Ekblad's still going to be on that top power play. And you look at all the Panthers on the top power play, Tkachuk, Bennett, Reinhart, Marchand, look at their point props. And then what stands out? A plus 160. You know, we're talking about, Logan Stanley. Look, he's playing the point for Winnipeg's power play. We get excited because he's at plus 130, plus 1. We got plus 160 for A.Ekblad, who had 2 power play points 2 games ago. So I will go with A.Ekblad for a point, plus 160 against the Columbus Blue Jackets. And then let's find some guy on a bad team where almost every single player is out there showing us a plus money point prop. And I'm looking at Calgary. Calgary, who just traded away Mackenzie Weegar. People say they didn't get enough. I think they got a ton. I hate that guy. I made a thread of how awful he was when he was on the Panthers. But don't worry, because Jay Fresh's analytics says he looks good until you get to the playoffs, and he cost the Panthers game after game after game with boneheaded mistakes. Anyway, first of all, I didn't see his point prop. If you find Zane Parekh, he's probably going to get the most power play time. He's definitely going to get the most power play time now that Uyghur's out of there. So look for him, because the first game where he gets those duties, he's probably going to have a plus 170, plus 180. So look for that. But outside of that, we got that top line with Nazem Kadri. He's playing with Connor Zary. Zary's down on the second power play. Do I really want to trust him? Who's the third member of that line? Oh, Joel Farabee. Joel Farabee, plus 120, plus 130 in that range. In a home game, just like the Canucks were in, against the Ottawa Senators, who, they've been no stranger to letting in a couple goals this year. Look, it always sucks trusting a bad team. A bad team just scored 5 goals or four or 5 goals against the top team in the Eastern Conference last night. When you're on a team's home ice, I feel like you can score a few. Just like I said yesterday, the team total's at 2.5. So they got 2 goals in them. So give me a guy from the top line, top power play, Joel Farabee, plus 120, plus 130. I forgot exactly what it was. And it's also an extremely easy pair with Nazem Kadri. You can put those two together. You'll be north of plus 200. And that is how you sniff, nice and easy. Don't get too complicated on a relatively big slate on a Thursday. Good luck to you. As you probably already know, better luck to me. Make sure you're subscribed here to the YouTube channel. If you're enjoying this, you enjoy anything, you enjoy something completely unrelated to me. Just show you like the world the way it is by clicking the like. And if you dislike the way the world is. Start on the thumbs down, but then just move your way over to the like and click the like. Comment how you feel. That guy who got angry at me for explaining a pick. How can you take all that time to explain a pick? Is this a show where you give out picks and actually explain them? How can you do that? I can't watch this. I thought I was watching a show about picks. I can't believe you're explaining picks. So please leave another gracious comment like that. And then obviously the best thing that you could do for me, other than liking, commenting, subscribing, clicking the hype if you're watching this on a phone, is joining the Patreon, becoming a minority owner, supporting what you see here. You pay for any sort of things that you see appear in the back. You make this all happen because I have a grand total of 0 sponsors. Only you guys, and I really do appreciate you. I do everything I can to get out, the best updates, the best line combos. And then also, I know you guys enjoy each other's company in the chat threads on there. So I hope to see all of you over there. If not, no worries. I will see you for the next round of NHL Sniffs. Take it easy.